We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Push him back. Quick pass out to Miller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Watson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another 1st down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. To the air yet again. Watson. Man open. That's Chester Rogers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He finds his running back, Mixon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun to give to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Back deep, Chester Rogers. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there, a 22.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I imitated one quite that way.
Come on, give yourself some credit. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Right there, 56. Check, crouch.
Mixon on the toss right. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A first down carry for Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Marr now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he's got Rodgers. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Being chased out left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal. Ashton Davis.
That might be it right there. I think that's the lucky one, y'all.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Buying time to his left. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent job on the keeper, 20 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DJ Chark. 44 yards, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. So they lob it up on the fade, and really a great play to go up and make that catch.
It's something that takes some timing, and people work on it all the time. Even when they're just warming up, you know, that old pat and go when they're just warming up and throwing the football. A lot of the time it turns into that route exactly. A fade route, and this one turned into a touchdown.
And the lead is now 24.
It's about that time.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Quick throw completed by Watson. Not much there, only a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Rolling to his right, and that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Watson. To throw on third down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Burton here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again, Allen. Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Running from the gun with Henry. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd and 7, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
That might be it right there. I think that's the lucky one, y'all.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run with Mixon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg, rolling to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Beckham, 39 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. What can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? They'll let Mixon try to run it in, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. On play action, Allen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 32 on the play. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there. And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. How about how he's picked things up? Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. On play action, Allen. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run on first down. Henry. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. They'll run it again with Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Derrick Henry with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one. The Niners on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Going up top for Miller. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Oh, he sheds himself free. And touchdown, Cardinals. Derrick Henry, 59 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is incomplete. They had to go For it with such little time remaining, then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Good job. How that boy stepping up, Brian.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Play 19! Watch the slip! Watch the slip!
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Cardinals, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.